25 goals in 21 games for you. Are you happy?
I'm really happy. Yeah, I'm happy, but in my opinion, there's more potential in this club and in this team. But I'm not going to sound arrogant or anything. Of course, I'm happy, but
Should it be more then?
could have been more. Yeah.
Why?
I could have scored more in my chances. Maybe I should have more chances. But of course, I'm not going to complain. It's not bad, and now we're getting up there on the table, and that's also important.
Are you happy the way things have gone in the Premier League? You looked at it from afar. Is it everything you hoped it would be? How's it been?
Yeah, it's been as I thought. Every single game is a tough game, as I knew before I came. It's a tough competition, but as I also told you before, I enjoy it. I enjoy being here. I enjoy being in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And getting those knocks, I like it. It sounds a bit psychopathic, but I like getting a bit knocked.
Yeah.
It's good sometimes, you know.
You don't mind a battle.
Yeah, we need that as well.
Yeah.
So it's nice, and I'm happy.
When I watched you in the Spurs game, where I don't think you had a touch in the box, and there were times where you were making that run, whether it's for a cross that should have come in or a pass that should have been made. How do you react to that when you don't get the cross in or you don't get that pass that we want as centre forwards?
Yeah, of course it's frustrating. Of course, either the player don't see me or he thinks it's another good choice to do something else. This is up to, of course, the other players around me. But it's about chemistry. I've been there for 7 months, so the chemistry is I mean, we're still getting kind of a bit to know each other, you know, in the really details. We know, of course,
Yeah.
because we are good players. But of course, there's balls I could have got, and there's other things I could have done better. Of course.
I only ask that because when I went to Newcastle in 1996, I felt for the first 6 or 7 games that they weren't putting enough crosses in, and I sort of told them in a polite way, and it still happened. But then I went in the dressing room and I literally lost it. I went berserk. I had a huge argument. Is that part of your makeup? Do you do that at half time? Can you do that?
Yeah.
Have you done that?
No, it depends on, of course. For me, it's more about yesterday in the game. I told Rodri that please look for me in behind because there's space.
You said please.
I said please. Yeah. I also told Bernardo Silva to put it in behind. It didn't happen, but things take time, and when we learn each other proper, the balls will come. And I still got a lot of balls, you know.
Yeah.
Kyle's ball yesterday, Kevin's ball yesterday that turned into a goal. The balls still come. And there will come more, but of course we want crosses, we want passes all the time.
And does the manager say that also at half time or during training? Or?
Yeah, he says what he think we should do different. If he think we should cross more, he tells us we have to cross more, of course.
Because it's always been goals for you, hasn't it? Is it from a young age? Was there any other position that you played, or was it always goals?
When I was in my hometown club, they tried me on a winger, but I was too kind of focused being in the box and these kind of things. So I was more. I've basically been a striker my whole life, and people I've been looking up to has been strikers, because I thought that was the best position and the most way I could enjoy the game the most.
Yeah.
That's why I became it.
And how's Pep been for you in terms of with your position? Does he help? How does he work with it in training?
It's been good. We speak a lot, small kind of messages here and there,
Yep.
what I can do different and what I should do in this game, and these kind of messages. But also he gives the freedom of, if I feel that I should do something, I will do it.
You do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's freedom, you know. So it's about finding the small details in the game that can make me and the team better.
How do you see Arsenal's strengths?
Yeah, it's been good. When I look at the games, it's like I see City 4 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, in a lot of different things, but they're good. Really, it's impressive what Arteta's been doing in the last couple of years, and how he's been developing the team together is impressive. Arsenal belongs, of course, at the top.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a really interesting game now on Wednesday, and I really look forward to it.
Do you look at the defenders and see what their strengths or weaknesses are?
No,
or
not
do you
really.
just go into the game and say, I am who I am, I'm going to do my job, and that's it?
I don't think too much of others. I try not to think too much.
Right.
I just try to be free in my head and to attack the game, because I know if we are doing the things we are good at our best, no one can stop us.
And how do you see the title race?
It's interesting now, isn't it? You know, we have to take game by game. Of course, I can stand there and say I want to win Premier League so bad. Of course I want. Everybody wants. But it's about time now we take game by game, because Premier League is really something special. Everybody can beat everyone. So it's about focusing on the next game.
And we'll go back to goals again. Do you look at any of your goal scoring records, or other people who have got goal scoring records? 34 in a season, for example, is the best that's been in the Premier League. Myself and Andy Cole. I'm sure you'll break it. Are you aware of the record?
Yeah, I know, but I know a couple of records. I know a couple of your records as well.
Are you after them?
Who knows? But for me as a striker, you cannot think of, oh, I want to take this record so bad. I think you can become a bit stressed. Then, as I said, game by game, you have to focus on your next thing to do, your next dribbling, your next run, being at the right position. Because for me, the most important thing is to come to chances. If I come to chances and create chances, that's a big step of scoring a goal.
Yeah. And if you don't score in a game, do you go home and you can't sleep at night?
If I've been having 5 big chances, maybe. But for me, the most important thing is to come to chances, because if you come to chances every single game, you're most likely going to score. You know, so that's basically what I'm focusing on: to try to come to chances and to focus on to come to the next chance.
And still getting advice off your dad?
Yeah, of course, we speak a lot. Sometimes we have arguments. Sometimes about different things. Him with a bit old English mentality, and me with a new, maybe a bit new mentality. But we discuss and we talk football.
He can't be telling you how to score goals, though.
No, this he cannot do. Luckily, I broke his record. I broke his Premier League record there, so that's a good thing. But yeah, we speak football, and he sees things in maybe in a bit different way that I see it. It's good to speak football with someone you can trust.
And looking back from a couple of years ago, when you were looking into the Premier League, is it as physical as you thought it was? Is it as hard as you thought it was going to be? Are you more than happy with how it is?
Yeah, I'm happy that Premier League is as hard as it is. And if I expected it to be like this, yeah, I expected it, but I didn't expect it to be this tight in every single game. You know, it's every single game.
And the physical side of it's not a problem, obviously.
No,
the demands of playing week after week after week. You're enjoying that?
Yeah, it's something I enjoy. Is in the end, we want to play games. We want to enjoy playing games. Games is more fun than training, of course. So it's about playing games and to try to be at your top every single game.
And will you get angry with a teammate on the pitch? I mean, I go back to the Spurs game, because I found it frustrating. So it must be for you at times if you're not getting those balls.
Yeah, of course. I will not stand here say it was a good game of us or a good game of you, because it wasn't. It was a horrible game. So of course I get angry. The way I react is I speak with the people I try to play better with, or we have to practice in training. We have to speak with the manager and these kind of things. But of course it's not fun not having one shot on target. Of course not. But yeah, that's life sometimes. Then it's even better motivation to go into the next game.
And I know you probably want to keep it to yourself, but you're not going to tell us that target that you've got in terms of goals?
No, I still have a target in me, but
you're not going to tell us.
No, I can't tell you.
And what about growing up? Childhood heroes?
Yeah, as I told you, I love looking at strikers.
Any specific ones?
Yeah, there's many. You know, the thing is, you can take a special kind of thing from every single striker. You know, take an example, Van Persie's volley against Everton when he played in Arsenal. You know, with the left foot I loved how he shot the ball. You know, Zlatan's mentality. You know, it was just next level. You know, there were so many things. Aguero, I cannot only choose one because every striker kind of have one a bit special thing they had. You know. Take Jamie Vardy with runs in behind. Nothing did it better than him when they won the Premier League, you know. So it's difficult to choose one. If I have to choose one, I'd take Zlatan because of his mentality.